You know, it's really not that bad.
You clear about everything we agreed on?
Yep. I've been up all night rehearsing.
What do you do when Harrison starts coming after you?
I sit still and look straight ahead, never at the jury.
And?
And I look modest.
And?
And
say nothing. That was the deal, right?
Right.
Right. You ask me back, I do all the talking this time.
Absolutely, Billy. Whatever you say.
Mr. Flynn, his honor's here.
Thank you. You ready?
Yeah. Billy.
Hmm?
I'm scared.
Don't be. I've been around a long time. Believe me, you got nothing to worry about. It's all a circus. A three-ring circus. These trials, the whole world. It's all show business. But kid, you're working with a star. Give 'em the old razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle 'em. Give 'em an act with lots of flashing, and the reaction will be passionate. Give 'em the old hocus-pocus, bead and feather 'em. How can they see with sequins in their eyes? What if your hinges all are rusting? What if, in fact, you're just disgusting? Razzle-dazzle them, and they'll never catch wise. Give them the old razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle them. Give them a show that's so splendiferous, row after row will grow vociferous. Give them the old flim-flam-flummox, fool and fracture them. How can they hear the truth above the roar? Row 'em a fake and off a nagel, they'll never know you're just a bagel. Razzle-dazzle them, and they'll beg you for more. I object.
Sustained. Your Honor, I haven't even asked the question yet.
Back since the days of old Methuselah, everyone loves the big bamboozler. Give 'em the old three-ring circus, stun and stagger 'em. When you're in trouble, go into your dance. Though you are stiffer than a girder, they'll let you get away with murder. Razzle-dazzle them, and you got a romance. Hello, Amos.
Amos. That's right, Mr. Flynn. Amos.
Amos. When did you file suit for divorce?
A month ago.
Was there any reason for filing at this particular time?
Well, I'll say. The newspaper said Roxy was expecting a little stranger.
Well, that's hardly grounds for divorce, is it?
A little too much of a stranger.
Oh, by that you mean you doubted the paternity of the child?
Well, sure.
Tell me something, Amos. You share a bed with your wife?
Yes, sir, every night.
You expect this jury to believe that you slept next to this woman every night without exercising your rights as a husband?
Well, I could have if I wanted to.
Oh, but you didn't.
No, I did.
Did what?
Want to.
But you didn't.
Didn't what?
What you wanted.
Wait a minute, I'm getting confused here.
Hey, tell me, Hart, you tell me. Did you ever question Roxy herself? Did you even bother to ask her if you were the father of her child?
No, sir.
No, no. What? If you became convinced that you were wrong, you'd be mad enough to admit it, wouldn't you? You'd even be willing to take her back if Roxy swore that you were the father of her child, which she does.
She does?
She does! She does! No more questions! You can step down now. Well done, Amy.
Oh, Roxy, I'm so sorry.
Me out, razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle them. Show 'em the first-rate sorcerer you are. Long as you keep 'em way off balance, how can they spot you got no talents? Razzle-dazzle them,
Razzle-dazzle them.
razzle-dazzle them.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Roxy Hart finally takes the stand in her own defense.
And I'll make you a star.
Proceed, Mr. Flynn.
Roxy, I have here a statement in which you admit to having illicit relations with the deceased Fred Casely. Is this statement true or false?
I'm afraid that's true.
You're an honest girl, Roxy. When did you first meet Fred Casely?
When he sold Amos and me our furniture.
And your personal relationship with him? You tell the jury when that began?
When I permitted him to escort me home one night. I don't think I would have gone with him if Mr. Hart and me hadn't quarreled that very morning.
Quarreled?
Yes, sir.
Well, I suppose it was his fault.
Oh, no, sir. It was my fault. I suppose I just couldn't stop pestering him.
Pestering him? About what?
I didn't like him working those long hours at the garage. I wanted him home with me to darn his socks and iron his shirts. I wanted a real home and a child.
So you drifted into this illicit relationship because you were unhappy at home.
Yes, I was most unhappy.
Roxy Hart! The state has accused you of the murder of Fred Casely. Are you guilty or not guilty?
I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. I killed him. I did, but I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
Yeah.
I'm not a criminal.
Roxy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you recall the night of January 14th?
Uh-huh.
Could you tell the jury, in your own words, the happenings of that night?
Well, when Fred came over, I told him my good news.
And what was that?
That me and Amos were gonna have a baby. And then it was all over between us.
And what happened then?
Well, then...
Did he threaten you, Roxy?
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel's leading the witness. Sustained.
What did Casely say when you told him the news?
I'll kill you before I see you have another man's child.
Could you tell the audience, the jury, what happened next?
Well, in his passion, he tore off my robe and he threw me on the bed. And Mr. Hart's pistol was lying there between us.
And then?
And then we both reached for the gun, but I got it first. And then he came toward me with this funny look in his eyes. He was angry and wild.
Wild?
Wild.
And did you think he meant to kill you?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it was his life or yours?
And not just mine. I closed my eyes and I shot.
In defense of your life!
To save my husband's innocent unborn child.
Order!
What a bullseye, huh?
Order in this court, Roxy! That's why I clear this court.
There's pandemonium here in the courtroom.